Ciao, everybody. Welcome back to the Bianconeri Zone. My name is Julian, and I am going to be doing a player ratings for Juventus players only, a World Cup special edition. Basically, what I'm doing is I'm going to rate the players for Juventus that have participated in the World Cup thus far. I'm really focusing in on who's actually played some minutes. If you played like 3 or 4 minutes, say Milik, I'm not going to rate you. But if you played over 20 minutes or so, you will be getting a rating, and I'm basing this rating off of how you performed in your significant amount of play time. If you had 20 minutes, what did you do in those 20 minutes? Were you productive? Were you good? Were you helping your team at all? Were you a disservice to your team? So we're going to take a look at that. There's 8 players that we have ratings for, and they're ranked from 6 to 1. Basically, there's a couple of players that were tied with their rating that I gave them. I'll give you a synopsis of why I say what the rating is, and I want you to know if you agree with me and give your ratings as well in the comments below. Like the video, subscribe, and again, share your thoughts as well. So first player I'm going to go with, and he was the worst performing Juventus player. I'm not trying to single him out and hate on him, but it was Wes. It was Weston McKennie here. As you see, I gave him a 3 out of 10. No offense, Wes, but out of the 3 midfielders that the USA had, they dominated the first half against Wales, USA in general, but that was due to Yunus Musah and Tyler Adams. You and Serginho Dest were negative players for that team. And I'm not saying you looked out of place, but you're very close to looking out of place on the American side, which is not very good in general. You were worse than those 2 other midfielders, like I mentioned. Your passing percentage was 68% in the first half, whereas Adams and Musah were over 90+%. And you're trying to do stuff that you just can't do. You can't do the fancy flicks. You can't do through balls. You just need to do what you are known to do. Get in the box, try and score some goals. The build-up play ain't you. Leave that to Tyler Adams and Musah, and I think they'll be in a better spot, USA in general, if he just acts like a player getting into the box and trying to score some goals with his head or getting on some loose balls in the box. Again, loose with his passing. Touches were bad. Yellow card early, very aggressive. Not good from you, Wes. You play, by the time people see this, so this is going to come out, obviously you see on the screen there, November 26th, you will have played your second game. I hope it goes way better this time around against the US, or against England. So good luck to you, Wes, but you were the worst rated Juventus player to play, in my opinion. Next, we'll go to the Deuce being loose. And I get it. He played 24 minutes plus 7 added minutes, so it's half an hour at least. He was bad. Anonymous, bad touches, wasn't involved in the game at all. Was that because there's no service? I don't know. I've seen him do way better for Serbia and Juventus. He looked out of it. I know he's carrying an injury, but he gets a 4. He just wasn't good. He tried to get involved with Mitrovic, doing the double pivot up top, and he was not making runs into the box. He was staying at the back post a lot, probably waiting for he's probably waiting for a Filip Kostic type of cross to go back post, but it never came because Kostic didn't play. And as you see, he won't be listed on this rating list because he didn't play. But Vlahovic, anonymous, 4. Easy. I expect him to do better against Cameroon and Switzerland with enough time on the field. Next, we'll go to another guy who had a nightmare, and the team in general, Paredes for Argentina. Played 60 minutes, I believe. Horrible. To his standard. He got involved. Obviously, he was energetic, liked to get into tackles, just give the ball to better players. But when you struggle as a team, he's probably one of the main reasons why you guys, or Argentina, couldn't get on the board and couldn't be as effective as they were. And that's why Saudi Arabia pretty much took over the game right before he got taken off. So I actually like the change that Scaloni did in bringing on Enzo Fernandez for him, but he just didn't. He didn't have it that day. But then I had the whole Argentina squad, and the next player as well. He gets the same mark, 4. Di Maria. He tried some fancy Hollywood passes. Didn't really come off for him. Again, I don't know what's wrong with Argentina here, but they had a stinker. Messi as well up there, Lautaro Martinez. I don't think he was offside. I think there's a picture going around on social media that shows that Martinez was onside in the first half. But again, I give him a 4. He wasn't dynamic. He wasn't his playmaking self, we'll say. So I give him a 4. Next, we'll go on to our better performance. Now it starts out like there's no really in between. I think this is the most in between player, most average performance. The next player I show, and that's Danilo. I thought he was not that he was average, but he was very solid defensively, and he joined the attack. Obviously, going from right back or center back at Juventus, playing left center back, right center back, center back. It's difficult to go into an attacking back 4, especially as you're the fullback. So he actually had the opportunity to go overlap Rafinha a bunch of times and overload that right-hand side. He did a decent enough job, but nothing too flamboyant going forward. A couple decent crosses as well, kind of some missed crosses, but defensively it was sound, and they won 2-0. Nothing to complain about from Danilo. So I hope that he continues this kind of performances. Next, Sandro, 7. I thought he was a little bit better than Danilo. He joined the attack more. He had that rocket that hit the post, defended well as well. And is it Alexandro contract year as well to go with Rabiot contract year? He's gone from left center back to left back and an attacking left back, and it's been flawless. So good for Sandro, good for Brazil, because I think the weak points were going to be their fullbacks in that team, and Danilo and Sandro were the weak points, but they were solid today. As I recorded this after the Brazil game, but they were solid, and again, they played the toughest competition today. So against Switzerland and Cameroon, I see Sandro and Danilo thriving again. So I gave him a 7. And he's 3rd place on our list. We have 2 more to rank. And number 2, I think, not going to surprise people, but I think he did surprisingly well, because usually Szczęsny is a disaster for his national team. But on his first match day against Mexico, I thought he was solid in terms of not parrying much, and everything was stuck to his hands, and it was nice. He gave a lot of solidity at the back, solidity at the back. Kamil Glick and who's the other guy? Bereszynski. They trusted him with the ball, which Juventus fans, as we all know, that he's not the best with the ball at his feet, but he was actually decent pinging the ball out, which is why I gave him the 0.5. Because he was hitting some good long balls and he was pretty accurate with them. Hitting Lewandowski, hitting Zielinski a couple times. And it was pretty accurate. So I liked his whole game. The shot stopping was not an issue. Positioning is an issue with him for the national team. Ball playing wherever he plays is an issue. But this game, he was good. He was good in all aspects of the game. Even collecting crosses, he was good. He was solid. So I gave him 7.5. He got clean sheet in the end too. So good for Tech. He's going to have to play Argentina and Saudi Arabia. So will he get another clean sheet? Maybe out of those 2 games. Poland's going to need it because they stink. And just going off Poland as well, I didn't rate Milik, like I said, because he only played 5 minutes. But when he did come on, special mention to him, Poland looked more calm and in control of the game, especially going forward. He brought the wingers into the match more so they could cross into 2 targets with Milik and Lewandowski, but Milik was nice at coming to collect the ball and playing out wide. So good for Milik. But talking about Tech here, 2nd place on this list, 7.5. And this leads us to our MVP of the first round of match days, and it's contract year Rabiot. It just not even the goal and the assist. Like, let's put that aside for a second. Obviously, that boosts his rating, in my opinion, but the work rate he does off the ball, people are starting to notice it more. And I know Juventus fans are like, oh, wow, yes, Rabiot's doing the grunt work for Fagioli, for Locatelli, for Moretti, who's ever in midfield for us. He's doing the grunt work. He's doing this stuff off the ball. He's nullifying Milinkovic-Savic. He's bullying Barella. And now the world is starting to see. Now the world is starting to see, and this guy's gone at the end of the year. I saw some reports saying Chelsea, Liverpool, Chelsea, all interested in him as a free agent. He's going to price himself out of Juventus, and it is what it is. Contract year Rabiot is going to fool a bunch of people, because once he secures the bag, will he continue this performance? If you're a Juventus fan at this point, if you could guarantee that Rabiot was going to play like this for the next duration of his contract, like let's say a 4-year period, and you could guarantee his performances like this, then obviously every Juventus fan will want him. But Juventus fans know the reason why he's playing at this level. He's literally said it in interviews. So the extra running off the ball, the nullifying of other teams' best players, best midfielders, let's say, the goal contributions. Now the goal contributions are coming in. That's his 6th goal of the season, if you include 5 Juventus goals, and he has 3 assists as well, including the World Cup assist. This is 9 goal contributions from a midfielder halfway through the season, and he's missed 4 or 5 games through injury, which is crazy in itself, because who would have thought that he would have missed injuries or games through injuries? But he gets an 8. He's been our MVP in the World Cup so far, and he's a player that's going to leave for free. It's a shame, but it's going to happen. He priced himself out, and good luck to him on his next club, but continue to play good for us. For France, I don't really care, but he continue to play well for us when you come back from the World Cup. And that's it. Those are all our players. Again, let us know who your MVP was. I think everyone's going to say Rabiot, but who's the second shout? Like who's your second MVP? Mine's Tech. Let me know in the comments below. Let me know your ratings. Am I off base on any of them? I know people are going to come at me for Vlahovic. You're saying, oh, he came off an injury, blah, blah, blah. He played Brazil. I don't care. I expect more from him. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Comment, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. We'll see you next time for the second round of matches. Enjoy the World Cup. Follow bianconerizone on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at bianconerizone. I'll see you next time. Ciao.